Hi, everyone. Welcome to The Walk. This is the second session in our comeback series called What You Have is All You Need. God has given you everything you need to walk with Him, no matter what you are carrying. Before we went for our walk to Wolfies, I asked who was committed, and then said, would you agree that with every commitment you carry a responsibility? In this case, you made a commitment to walk to Wolfies for an ice cream, and because you were committed, you were responsible for carrying a backpack without any explanation. Last week, we talked about our individual strengths and weaknesses using the DISC personality model. In the game Rock, Paper, Scissors, what you thought was a strength or an advantage turned into a setback, but in actuality turned out to be a comeback. These situations also apply to life. And if we trust in the power of the Holy Spirit, like Peter, we can turn our setbacks into comebacks. In today's session, 2 Peter 1:3-4, he says, His divine power has given us everything we need for a godly life, through our knowledge of Him who called us by His own glory and goodness. Through this, He has given us His very great and precious promises, so that you may participate in the divine nature, having escaped the corruption in the world. Now, I know Peter gets a little wordy here, but for the most part, in context, he is telling us that God has given us everything we need to live and walk with Him, no matter what burdens or problems we carry in our lives. God supplies all that we need to stay on the right path. When you make a commitment to do something, let's say it's getting better in a sport, it usually comes with a responsibility, like going to practice, staying in shape, getting enough sleep, eating well, being a team player. You all have all you need to succeed. You just need to be committed and take responsibility to act on all that you've been given. The same is true with our faith. When you were baptized and confirmed, you made a commitment to be a follower of Jesus, and God gives you everything you need to be a faithful follower. Let's take a look in our backpacks. Pause the video and unpack your backpack, placing all the items on the table in front of you. I'll wait. What you were carrying is all that you need to be a faithful follower of Jesus. All of us are a part of God's adoption process into His family. The directory represents our church family. We each have our own gifts to encourage each other and make disciples. The emergency candle represents Jesus. Let's face it, in this past year during the pandemic, it has been pretty dark. Sharing the light of Jesus lifts people out of emergency and darkness. If you look at the cross, it is in the shape of a plus sign. Jesus' dying on the cross was God's promise of redemption plus restoration that will always add to your life. The bracelets represents God's fantastic, amazing, superstar, so awesome grace, a free gift of God's undeserved and unmerited love. The reflective, directional safety tape represents the Holy Spirit. It's our helper, protector, and guide that empowers us to reflect Jesus to others. The Bible is our guide to learn about Jesus' love and compassion and to live like Him. And the backpack represents God, who lifts you up and carries you as you walk with Him. No matter what your circumstance is in life, God gives you all you need. Put your trust in Him. He will always work things out for the good in your life. Have a great week. Love you all.